Hello there, it's Maya. Tomorrow I am going to try out colon hydrotherapy for the very first time, and I have decided to take all of you along with me. So let's jump in and get started. So here is everything that I ate the day before my colon hydrotherapy. I got some applesauce because it's super easy to digest, and I also got 2 different kinds of bananas, the tiny kind and just the regular full-size organic bananas. I also picked up some prunes, which definitely help to clear you out, and I had a bowl of stone fruits. Again, they're really easy to digest, so perfect for the night before. In addition to that, I made some KahNah dal, which is basically a stew of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I had a little fresh spinach with avocado because they recommended some raw vegetables the day before. And in addition to that, I just had some steamed broccoli, which is topped with tomato and hummus. It's the morning of the appointment now, and here's what I brought with me in my sparkly bag. First, I just took out things I carry all the time, my ID and my little purse. But here's what I brought for the appointment. First, some paperwork, a consent form, and health information that they asked me to fill out. I also brought with me some fuzzy socks, some nice warm socks, and these were so helpful to have at the appointment because it was definitely a little cold with bare feet. I also brought some peppermint tea that I made up and brought with me warm. I just made it right before I left, and that was really soothing. That was the traditional medicinals brand. I highly recommend that. In addition, I brought a book to read. This one is an amazing book. I didn't actually read it at the appointment, but if you're shy and don't want to talk to the practitioner, you could read it. This is pretty important. You want to have some probiotics on hand to take afterwards. That's the Garden of Life Fitbiotics brand. I also have this other Garden of Life Probiotics Plus Mood. If you have anxiety, that one could be really good because it has some calming things. That's everything that I brought to my appointment. So here's the room where I got the colon hydrotherapy. This is the bed that I laid on, and there was a sheet to cover me up. And you can see the machine in the corner there, the colon hydrotherapy machine. There's actually a tube that goes into your body and pumps a whole bunch of water through your colon, and there's a release valve as well where waste can come out, and that's part of the machine. Here's the chair where the practitioner sat. She left for me a medical gown to change into, and that's the first thing that I did. Of course, she asked for it to be open in the back, and here I am right before the procedure. I was a little nervous, but also excited. The procedure was actually pretty simple. I went into the colon hydrotherapy room, and I had the closed system of colon hydrotherapy, which means that there's actually somebody there who helps and runs the machine. And to me, this felt like the right thing because it felt like that way I wouldn't have to worry. But they also have an open system form where you can insert the water yourself, and then you can like go to the bathroom in between. That seemed a little strange to me. I wanted a machine to take care of everything. I am used to doing coffee enemas, and I definitely would recommend that you try a coffee enema or a water enema before trying colon hydrotherapy. My experience with coffee enemas really helped me to be prepared for this experience of colon hydrotherapy. But anyway, so basically what happened was I went in the room, she dimmed the lights, which was really nice, so it was kind of like mood lighting in the room. She had me lay down on a table, and they had like blankets and things like that, and pillows, so it was comfortable. Basically, we just pretty much got started right away. Definitely the worst part of the experience was just getting the tubing in. I actually asked if I could just insert the tube myself because it seemed like the lady was having a little bit of a struggle with that, and that worked really well. Once I did it myself, it was over and done with right away, and then once it was in place, it didn't feel uncomfortable at all to me. So after that, she just started running water through the tube, and it was somehow like a two-way valve so that she could run water into my colon, and at the same time, like any waste or any debris from my colon could flow out from a different tube. So I couldn't exactly see what was going on because I was like just laying down. I couldn't really see the machine, but I could feel that like anything that needed to flow out was flowing out one way while water was flowing in. The water was matched to be exactly the same as body temperature. So it just kind of felt really natural. If you've never had water in your colon before, it may not be the most natural thing in the world, but if you have, if you've ever done an enema or you've experienced that feeling of being cleaned out, then it really shouldn't shock your system too much. So I had water running through like all 5.5 feet of my colon for about 45 minutes. And during that time, I just talked to the practitioner. I just asked her questions about her history, and she had been doing colon hydrotherapy for 15 years. She had some really interesting stories to share about people who have had totally transformed health as a result of the colon hydrotherapy. So I thought that was really interesting. But anyway, we just pretty much talked for the whole time. And she did have me move in a couple of different positions, like laying on my left side and then laying on my back. And she was also a massage therapist, and she did massage my colon a little bit. Not in any real invasive way, but I think she definitely knew what she was doing. Like, she massaged certain parts, and then it helped to release air or release waste from those parts of my colon. And I think that really helped the procedure overall. And then once I was finished, she brought all of my clothes and everything into like a bathroom and changing room, and she just said, take all the time that you need to change or go to the bathroom. I didn't really feel like I needed to go to the bathroom afterwards. Like, I felt really cleaned out. She did say, for me, she did say that I was pretty cleaned out inside in comparison to what she sees with a lot of people. So I'm not sure how that affects things overall. I just really don't know how I would compare to others. I mean, I do eat a really clean diet and drink a lot of water and take herbs for cleansing all the time, but even though I actually did like 2 different coffee enemas before I went there this morning, I still had quite a bit of stuff come out, all things considered. But she said that in comparison to who she mostly works with, that it wasn't much at all. So I don't know, I guess I take that with a grain of salt. After my colon hydrotherapy, I was fine to just like go and just walk out. My husband and I actually went to the local humane society because we're looking to adopt an animal. So we played around with some of the animals, and I feel fine. I'm pretty tired because I didn't sleep a lot last night, but I feel very good. I was telling my husband afterwards, I feel like refreshed almost. This might sound strange, but I feel refreshed almost in the same way as when you just get out of a swimming pool or something like that. You know, that just that feeling of like, After colon hydrotherapy, I did take digestive enzymes, and I did take probiotics as well right afterwards. And she said that your colon is much more sensitive after having colon hydrotherapy, and once everything has been cleaned out, your absorption is much higher, or you absorb things much more easily. So she did say to be very careful about what you eat afterwards. And as a precautionary, when I was taking my supplements, I actually just took them out of the capsules and I just took the powder because I thought that would be gentler for my body. But yeah, overall, I feel really great. I'm just going to eat a dinner that's really easy to digest. She recommended not eating really any raw vegetables or you know, anything difficult to digest, but just sticking with steamed vegetables, warm fruits, stuff like that. So that's what I'll do tonight for dinner. I booked a package of colon hydrotherapy, so I will have a total of 5 sessions this summer. And then I think once I'm done with all 5 sessions, I'll make another video to talk about any costs or benefits to using colon hydrotherapy long term that I notice for myself. But overall, I am really glad that I did it. It wasn't anywhere near as sort of scary as I thought it was gonna be, and it wasn't as invasive as I thought it was gonna be. It also was pretty affordable. I think each session, if you buy an individual session at that particular spot, I think it's about $80, but I had a little bit of a discount for buying a package. Overall, if you're sick or having digestive issues, or you just wonder, you know, what's hiding out there in your colon, I would definitely recommend colon hydrotherapy. So thank you so much for joining me for this video, and thank you for your curiosity in colon hydrotherapy and your desire to improve your health. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and come back any Tuesday or Friday for new videos on the Maya's Dream channel. May you all be deeply blessed, and may you all experience an unfolding of health improvements and feeling wonderful in your physical bodies.